Thank you so much for participating today. I am very grateful to all of you because I know how busy you are. What I want to do is just make a few brief remarks on the front end, and then we're going to allow leadership from both the House and the Senate to make some opening remarks, and then we will dive in. Last year, obviously, was one of the toughest years we've had on record, and all of us, in one way or another, were devoted to focusing on breaking the back of the recession, restoring economic growth, putting people back to work. We've still got a long way to go, and so I know both the House and the Senate are interested in how do we propel economic growth forward, how do we create more jobs. I was very pleased to see a glimpse of bipartisanship in the Senate recently in passing a jobs bill, and I hope that continues, and I know there are going to be some additional pieces of legislation moving forward around, for example, making sure that small businesses can get financing. And those are the kinds of things that I think all parties and both chambers should be able to agree to. So I'm very much looking forward to working with you on all those issues. Coverage can get coverage in each of these areas. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by saying, here are some things we agree on. And then let's talk about some areas where we disagree and see if we can bridge those gaps. I don't know that those gaps can be bridged. And it may be that at the end of the day, we come out here and everybody says, well, you know, we have some honest disagreements. People are sincere in wanting to help, but they've got different ideas about how to do it, and we can't bridge the gap between Democrats and Republicans on this. But I'd like to make sure that this discussion is actually a discussion and not just us trading talking points. I hope that this isn't political theater, where we're just playing to the cameras and criticizing each other, but instead are actually trying to solve the problem. To now turn it over to Senator McConnell so that he can make some opening remarks, and we'll just go back and forth between the Democratic leaders in the Senate and the Republican leaders, House and Senate, and then we'll just open it up and we'll start diving in. All right?
Thank you very much, Mr. President. John Boehner and I have selected Lamar Alexander of Tennessee to make our opening framing statement, and let me turn to him.
Thanks, Mitch, and John. Mr. President, thank you very much for the invitation. We appreciate being here.
What I'm going to do is I will go to whoever you want first, Mitch.
Mr. President, Dr. John Barrasso is going to make our opening statement on coverage.
And then I will call Henry Waxman, and we'll just go back and forth.
Thank you very much.
And because we are short on time, let's keep our remarks relatively brief.
Well, thank you very much.
What I'd like to do is this. It is now a 3:45. I said we'd try to get out here 4:15. We have not spoken about coverage, and we're going to need to wrap this up. I know that some people may be on a tight schedule. I'm going to ask that people are willing to stay till 4:30, which gives us 45 minutes. And what I'd like to do is to round out this conversation by focusing on what I think is probably at the core one of the bigger philosophical disagreements between the parties in how we address health care moving forward. We cannot have another year-long debate about this. So the question that I'm going to ask myself, and I ask of all of you, is there enough serious effort that in a month's time or a few weeks' time or 6 weeks' time we could actually resolve something? And if we can't, then I think we've got to go ahead and make some decisions, and then that's what elections are for. We have honest disagreements about the vision for the country, and we'll go ahead and test those out over the next several months till November. All right? But I very much appreciate everybody being here. Thank you for being so thoughtful, and hopefully we'll all keep our constituents in mind as we move forward. Thank you, everybody.